Cool, good evening. It's fantastic to be here in the Poly Quad. I've never performed here. I went to Wilson. So this is fantastic to be over here on the other side of town. It's great to say Wilson here too, honestly. Good evening, I'm Mr. Castellanos. I'm the director of instrumental music over at Hughes Middle School. We have band, orchestra, and this group is a very special group. They give their time after school once a week on Tuesdays, and we make some awesome jazz music. This group is a mix of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and I'll be showcasing that in a little bit once our Jazz A combo comes on for a special collab tune. But we have a fun set for you we've been working up. The first tune is a Duke Ellington tune, Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Really fun. It's going to be featuring our piano player here, some improv solos as we've been working on that at the end of the year. And you'll hear those later. I'll show the solos later. Then we're going to go with a classic standard, Sing, Sing, Sing. We're going to hear some solos from our drum players and a few other students. So looking forward to that. And then we're going to end with a Gordon Goodwin chart, Macro Politics. So I hope you guys enjoy. Looking forward to this set. Thank you for being here again. Really appreciate you all. this chart actually. When I started out in jazz band, way back in like 7th grade, out over at Rogers. Me and Mr. Hamilton, we were in that group, and there was this drum player, this rambunctious drum player named Mr. Hughes. And he was a grade above me, and we were rhythm section buddies. And this was one of the first tunes we played. So, really cool. All right, cool. You heard a solo from Colin over here on drums. You heard a solo from Andrew over here on keyboard. Solo from Lily on tenor sax. And a solo from Amber and Tristan over there on alto sax also. All right, I'm gonna have our jazz egg go ahead and come up to the stage right now. We're gonna probably add some chairs to Mr. Hughes. And as I'm doing that, I kind of wanted to recognize this group a little bit because I get to work with them once a week, and these students come and rehearsed, ready to go with pencils on their stand, and like, I'm at the end of my day, and it's so satisfying to come work with a group that's super motivated, ready to learn jazz. So thank you to this ensemble. It's really fantastic working with you guys this year. And I kind of wanted to kind of go by grade level right now because of how mixed this is. So can I have my sixth graders please kind of like stand up for a second, recognizing Zach, Henry, Arjun, and Camden over here, rocking it. And then we got our seventh graders over here, Sean, Cole, Jay, and Lafayette. And Theo in front of him. And then I got Mia as one of our eighth graders on keyboard, Lily on tenor sax, Tristan on alto sax, Amber on alto sax, Jeremiah on alto sax, Elijah, he's one of our eighth graders on bass trombone, and Theo and Nathan over there in the trumpet section. And last but not least, Andrew and Colin over here in our rhythm section holding it down. Excellent work to our 8th graders. I'm going to give out some jazz pins after the concert for them. And then I just wanted to recognize 2 students that have just been killing it this school year, and like I couldn't do this without them. Just Colin holding it down on the drum set here. He's going to be our Outstanding Musician of the Year for our jazz band here. And I wanted to give my director's award to this student because she comes every rehearsal, practiced, ready to go. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. C, like, I flubbed those notes a little bit. I'm gonna practice them, and I'm gonna come down laser focused. And that student is Lily Camarino right here. And we're just about set, so I think it's about that time to get going on back row politics. Here we go. right, well, thank you for listening to our Gordon Goodwin Back Row Politics again. Super enjoyed that. My students are going to exit the stage right now, and you're going to enjoy some Jazz A to close out this beautiful sunset right now. How beautiful.